Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl T Milan, and I'm here again with another video. I know you guys haven't seen me in about 8 or 9 months or so, but I'm here to talk about some good stuff, give you guys some good information. I'm just back to be in front of the camera, making another video, and I'm going to give you guys a life update. So first and foremost, what's been going on with me? The last time I talked to you guys, I said that I was going to school for esthetician and nail tech. Well, I finished that in February. I finished my program in February, and I am now a licensed esthetician and nail technician in the state of Pennsylvania. Took my test, did all the things, and your girl is official. Whoa. Anyway, so that's what's been up with me right now. I'm just trying to, I don't know, like I guess I'm just trying to find a job. I'm just trying to like do the entrepreneur thing. Like I'm just trying to find my way. And I think I will make a video about that too, about the things that I'm encountering now that I'm licensed. But we'll save that for another video. But anyway, this video is basically about, for all of my girls that's going to nail tech school, that's graduated and you're about to take your state board test. Here's a little cheat sheet for you. Not necessarily cheating, but here's some information that I think will help you. I feel like it's not a lot of information out on YouTube about state board tests in Pennsylvania, particularly Pennsylvania, because I was looking for like information about nail tech state board tests in Pennsylvania, esthetician state board tests in Pennsylvania, and it wasn't too many videos about it. So I'm gonna make a video about it for the girls in PA. And for all the other girls, y'all can benefit too, but this is for my ladies in PA, for the fellas, whoever is in the nail tech program. This is for you. This information is for you. Okay, so let's hop into it. First and foremost, when I graduated school, I went to an exit counseling meeting in my school, whatever, and they gave us this book. If you are in Pennsylvania, we take our tests with the state board, obviously, but the state is partnered up with this place called Pearson Vue, and they administer a lot of the state board tests in Pennsylvania. So it's not just beauty or cosmetology. They do dentist, they do lawyer, they do contract, anything you need a license for. Pearson Vue is the testing company that does the testing for the state board in Pennsylvania for any licenses, for most licenses. I ain't gonna say for any because I don't know the full list, but for most licenses they do. Anyway, so when I graduated school or whatever, I did my exit counseling meeting and they gave us a booklet, and it's called the Pennsylvania Cosmetology Candidate Handbook, which is this. So I'm gonna try to get a good look at it. You can also find this online, and I can put the link in the description box for you guys so you can click on it. And that's another thing. This is what I want to talk about too. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos when I was preparing for my state board, because I'm just looking at YouTube videos, seeing what other girls have to say about the nail tech state board test. But when I was preparing for it, a lot of girls were saying how they failed the test. Even like when I look on Facebook, and I'm in like nail tech groups on Facebook, a lot of girls are saying like how they had to take the test 2 and 3 times and they keep failing, and they're studying the materials that they get from their school. You have to be careful too when you're looking for schools. And I know it's hard because like depending on what town or what area you live in, the closest school that might teach nail technology probably might be an hour and a half away. Like you have to be careful when you're picking schools. You want to make sure it's a good school that's giving you the right information. Some of these schools, they just be making up their own pamphlets, giving you their own books, and they don't prepare you for the state board. I went to a school in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, I can tell you where I went to because I'm no longer there. I went to Bucks County School of Beauty Culture. So if you're in Pennsylvania and you're near Bucks County area, that's a good school for you to go to. I went there and they gave us the right books that we needed, which is the Milady books. And they also gave us the pamphlet. I feel like they really prepared us for state board. Like they gave us the tools that we need to prepare for state board. But I noticed, like I was going back saying, I noticed like even in like, you know, looking on Facebook or just looking at YouTube videos, like a lot of people like would comment or say like, thank you for this information or whatever. Like I've taken the test twice and I failed. And I think that's just ridiculous. Like these tests are not cheap. They're like $100, darn near $100 just to take this test. And for me, it's like, look, money is tight. I only got one time to take it. Okay. I don't got time to be taking this test 2 or 3 times. Like, no, I need to pass on the first thing. So backing it up a little bit. So my school gave me that booklet to prepare us for the test. But these are the books that you need to have. If you go to a school and they are making their own books and giving it to you to study or whatever, it might be good to pass your program, but when it's time to take the state board, you need a Milady book. The Milady books are like the industry standard books for cosmetology. And they have Milady books for barbering. They have Milady books for cosmetology, Milady books for nails, Milady books for estheticians. They have Milady books for everything. But Milady is the standard brand, the industry standard brand that I feel the state board tests are based off of. Not that little pamphlet that your school made up, because it might not have all the pertinent information that you need to prepare yourself for the state board. So let me show you the most recent nail tech Milady book that you need to have. And you can buy this. If your school does not provide this, you can buy this book. I watched a girl on YouTube say that her school didn't give her this book. They gave her some pamphlet. And she ended up on her own finding out about the Milady book, buying the Milady book, studying out the Milady book, and end up passing based off the information from the Milady book, not more so from what her school was giving her. So some of these, be careful, because some of these schools are not preparing you for the state board, and some of them are just not giving you enough information you need to take your state board test. So I might be rambling a little bit. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm just like trying to cram in all this information for you guys in kind of a short amount of time. I don't like to make my videos too long because I feel like everybody has a short attention span. Whatever. Anyway, so this is the book. This is the Milady book, Milady, the nail tech book. This is the most recent edition. I think this came out in, I want to say, this is the 8th edition. I think it came out in 2020 or 2021. Most recent book. You want to make sure that you get that book because that's going to have all the information you need to prepare you for your state board. Also, that book alone costs, I think, about $42, $43. This is another book, your foundations book. This is very important. This is Milady. Now, when you go to the website, and I'll give you the website too, is www.cengage.com or something like that sells all the Milady books. I'm going to list everything in my bio or the link in the description box or whatever so you guys can get it. So the Milady nail technology book by itself, I think it's like $43 if you buy it with the foundations book, which you need it because in the foundations books, it talks a lot about sanitation, cleanliness, professionalism, and they ask you questions about that on your state test. So you need both books, to be honest with you. But to get both books, I think the price is like $130, $129, $130. If you're just going to get the nail tech book by itself, it's $42. So again, I'm going to show you these books again so you can see. Boom. Nail tech book, Milady, and the foundations book, Milady. Very, 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 very important. 2 books that are very, very important. So going back to the handbook, this handbook was given to me by my school. And in it has a bunch of information about your state boards, how to apply for your license. It talks about eligibility requirements, What happens if you need to cancel your test, weather emergencies, what to bring on exam day, the scheduling, exam overview, and how they score your exams. What's most important is the content outlines, which tells you exactly what to study so you'll know what you need to know for the test. So, and it goes through sections. They have the cosmetology outline, study outline. They have the nail tech study outline, esthetician, teachers, yada, yada, yada. If you go to page 10, this talks about the nail tech, which you guys not going to be able to see that clearly. But this is an outline of everything that's on the nail tech test. This is all you need to know. Okay? I looked at some girl video. She was talking about some of the topics on here, but then she was talking about some other topics. And it's like, listen, if I don't need to know it for my state board, I'm not studying it. Period, poo. I don't know about y'all out there, but I am a 31-year-old female. I work full time. My time is limited on studying, okay? I want to enjoy my free time when I have free time when I'm not at work. So I want to kind of just be cut and dry, straight to the point. Tell me what's on the test. I'm going to study those topics. I'm going to take the test, and that's going to be that. I'm not studying extra stuff that ain't on the test. Like, I'm not doing it. This outline is exactly what's on your test. You don't need to study nothing outside of this outline. Again, I am going to put the link to the handbook because you don't need a physical copy. It's online. I'm going to put the link to the handbook in my description box. And all you have to do is click on it and then scroll down to whatever test you're taking, esthetician or nail tech. But this video is for my nail tech, my nail tech people. So yes, so let me tell you about the topics that are that is going to be talked about. You're going to have 75 questions actually. The first 15 questions are going to be state questions. So you're going to have to know and I don't even have my book right here. I got my other book. You're going to need to know cosmetology law. That's my cat running back and forth. You're going to have to excuse her. You're going to need to know your cosmetology law. It's not that deep. It's not like learning a law book. You actually can look this up on the Pennsylvania website as well. They have a book of cosmetology law. They have the electronic copy of the book. You know what I'm trying to say. It's not that deep. Just make yourself familiar about what it is. It's really pretty much easy questions. They're going to ask you probably questions like, in Pennsylvania, everybody know that booth rent is prohibited. Now, people do it, but you're not supposed to do it. And that might be a question on your test. So it's like really simple stuff. It's nothing that you need to wreck your brain over. Like, it's not like studying an actual law book where you have to know all these crazy laws. Just honestly, with the cosmetology law book, I just read through it like once. That's it. And it's stuck because it's not that hard. Like, it's really not hard at all. What was I about to say about cosmetology law? I don't know. I just had a brain fart. Anyway, they're going to ask you questions about your state laws. Oh, that's what I was about to say. So because you're taking a nail tech test, don't just go through the cosmetology law book looking at everything that just pertains to nail techs. They're going to ask you things about things that pertain to cosmetology as well. And it's like, it's not fair kinda because it's like, this is not a cosmetology test. This is a nail tech test. And I feel like everything on a nail tech test should be geared towards nail technician. Like all the questions should be geared towards nail technician. You didn't study cosmetology, but however, just look at the whole cosmetology law book. Know it regardless if it's related to nail tech, regardless if it's related to hair braiding, regardless if it's related to esthetician, because they're going to ask you, it can be any question in that book they're going to ask you. It could be on any topic they're going to ask you. So anyway, when you start the test, it's 15 questions. Oh my goodness. And my cat is now playing with my hair. She is a kitten, so you got to excuse her. She's not even 1 year old. So any time she see like strings or whatever, she want to play. So anyway, so there are 15 questions. 5 is state questions. 10 is general questions, just out of the cosmetology book or whatever. Daisy, please stop my mom. Jeez. Those are your first 15 questions. Those are gonna be your state questions. Then after you finish the 15 questions, it's going to say, do you want to proceed? Are you finished with this section? Blah, blah, blah. You say yes, you move on. Then you go to the rest of the remainder of the test. That's where all of the nitty gritty is in. That's where the bulk of the information is in. That's 60 questions. Topics that they talk about is rules and regulations and safety, preparation like sanitation, procedures, prevention of salon accidents, labeling, labeling like your bottles, your chemicals or whatever, storing chemical products, material safety data sheets, sanitation, disinfection, personal hygiene. That's like common sense. Prevention of infectious diseases, how to clean and disinfect work surfaces, and a pedicure whirlpool with foot tubs and filters. That's like the first section that you guys that's going to be on your second section that they can talk about. Second topic that they can talk about is nail structure and nail analysis. We'll just talk about the nail structure. It tells about diseases of the nails. Make sure you know all your diseases on the nails because they're going to ask you questions about onychomycosis or whatever, how you say that word is. Nail conditions. Then the third topic that they touch on is professional services like massages. On here it says muscle bones and nerves of fingers, hands, arms, and muscle bones and nerves of toes, feet, and legs. Now, I studied all of that. I studied the muscles, the bones, the nerves of the fingers, the hands, the arms, the toes, the feet, the legs. And honestly, I don't even think they asked me one question about it. Or if they did ask me one question, it was just one question. Like, it wasn't that deep, but every test is different. You don't all get the same questions, so my experience won't be your experience. They also talk about manicure and pedicure, disposal, like products disposal, how to handle products, procedures, the tools and equipments and materials for manicures and pedis, conditioning nails and cuticles, basic manicure and pedicure, like grooming and trimming cuticles, buffing, shaping, and polishing. And then the last topic that they touch bases on is your nail enhancements, application and removal, nail tips, gels, acrylics, tools and equipment and products, maintenance, and nail repair. I think section 4, nail enhancements, I really didn't study that because if you already work in this industry, or you already like been surrounded and been doing nails, like you already know. So I didn't really spend too much time studying that section because it's like I already know that. And all the questions that they asked me that would have fell under that topic, I pretty much I got it right. But when it comes down to rules and regulations and safety, which is about 30 to 40% of the test. Oh, and also when you're looking at this, I don't know if you guys can see it, but these things are weighted. It tells you the percentage of it, the topics, and how much are they going to be on the test. So anyway, so when you're studying rules of regulation and safety, this book, sanitation falls under this, professionalism falls under this, comes out of this book. How to store products, how to store chemicals, how to label. Very simple, very easy. It's really not hard. The test is really not hard at all. All of the other information, your nail structure, nail analysis, professional services, manicure, pedicure, nail enhancements, that's going to come out of this book. So, and obviously like any cosmetology or any state questions about the state board, the state laws is going to come out of this book. I have another book upstairs, but I'll probably show that in the next video. I'm going to do a part 2. Because I want to talk about esthetician as well. But yeah, it's another book you're supposed to know too. But that's pretty much it. Like, my whole experience with the test, like, I forget what time. I took my test back in May. My appointment was May 10th. I forget what time I had to be there. I think I was there all of like, they tell you to come a half hour early. So I'm there like basically an hour early because I'm studying for a half hour in the parking lot, get my last bit of studying in, and then I'm walking in. So the sign-in process was like weird. Like, you gotta like put your hand there and they gotta take a scan your fingertips and scan the palm of your hand. You gotta take a picture. Like, it's crazy. Make sure you have 2 forms of IDs with your signatures on it. I brought my social security card and my license because those IDs have my signatures on it. Then even once you get past the first, she's running around again. Then once you get past the first part, oh, you cannot take anything in there with you. You cannot take your cell phone. You can't take nothing inside the room with you. Nothing at all. They have lockers there. They will tell you to put your things in a locker. All you can take is the locker key. That's it. Once you pass the first part, signing in, they scan in your palm, you go to the second part and they check your pockets. They check behind your ears. They check your back, like right here, like your neck or whatever. They take if you wear glasses, they took my glasses off. They put my glasses on something. They check my glasses, making sure I don't got no like, I don't even know what could be hiding on my glasses, but make sure I ain't got nothing hiding on my glasses. And they make you scan your palm again. And then you go into the testing room. When you go into the testing room, they sit you down. Once you're in there, you don't want to come out, because if you have to come out, like you have to go to the bathroom or you want to drink water or whatever, you need to take a break, you got to start the whole process all over again. And it's very frustrating and it's very annoying. And keep in mind, you are being timed. They don't stop the test. They don't stop the clock for you. You're being timed. You only have a certain amount of time. I forget how much time it is. It might be like an hour or close to an hour. You're not even going to, you're not even going to use the whole hour. But if you study, you ain't going to use the whole hour. You're just going to zip right through it. So you want to make sure, like, once you go through all that signing in and scanning in and stuff, and you're actually seated and you're in front of that computer and you're taking the test, that's it. You're not getting up for nothing. So make sure you go to the bathroom beforehand. Make sure you get water beforehand. Make sure you ate something beforehand. Make sure ain't nothing going on that's going to distract you, because then you have to go through that whole process all over again. And like I said, you're still on a timer on your test. The clock doesn't stop. So anyway, you go into the room and you just take your test or whatever. And that's pretty much it. Like, I think that whole time, it was like an hour. But me, once I actually sat down and took the test, I felt like it was all of like 20 minutes. Like, I swear, like, I zipped through them questions. Like, I knew every single. It was a couple I was unsure about. They do throw they threw those some monkeys in there. They throw some monkey wrenches in there. And you be like, what? This wasn't even on a study guide. Like, what? In a random? But it might be like 1 or 2. Even if you get those wrong, it's not going to fail you at all. So be on the lookout for some like 1 or 2 like weird questions that you just like, okay, I didn't study this. This is not a part of the outline, like nothing. Overall, it's very easy. A lot of the questions are common sense. If you study what's in this book, you don't have to study nothing extra. Just study what's in the outline. You are guaranteed to pass. The testing company literally made an outline for you to study. Do not wreck your brain doing extra, trying to study all the chapters and learn all the chapters. You only need to know certain information that's going to be on the test. They're going to ask you certain information that's going to be in the test. They're giving you the topics to study, where they're pulling the questions from. You don't need to know more than that. If you're like me, that just kind of want to be cut and dry, just get to the point, I ain't got time for the extra stuff, just study what's on the outline. That's it. And I promise you will pass. I am testament believing that I'm putting all my faith, like, you're going to pass. I passed. I took it 1 time. My esthetician test and my nail tech test. I only studied the outline. I didn't study anything extra. I took it 1 time and I passed. That's it. That's all. Out of the 2 tests, I will say that my nail tech test was easier. The esthetician test kind of stressed me out. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I was a little stressed, y'all. it was not given at all. I was stressed. I actually pushed the test back 3 weeks because I'm like, it's so much more information that I needed to study compared to the nail tech test. But anyway, I'm going to end this video because it is 25 minutes long and I done blabbed to y'all long enough. I should have said this in the beginning of the video, my bad, but I'm gonna say at the end of the video. If you guys subscribe and like, follow this channel, whatever, comment, whatever, get me popping, get the buzz going about my channel. And also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow my beauty page, which is Luxe Beauty Glam Room. Yeah, Luxe Beauty Glam Room. So it's LuxeBeauty Glam Room, GLAMROOM. I'm on Instagram. And again, I'm going to link the description to where you can get the books from and where you can get the study guide information from. I hope you guys pass. I wish you the best of luck. Again, this is in reference to people that live in Pennsylvania. I live in Pennsylvania. However, wherever state that you live in, if you just find out who's the company that's administering your test, you probably can look it up online. They probably do have a candidate handbook where they have an outline where they're telling you all the topics that you need to study for the test. If you, if the people that you're taking the test with is Pearson Vue, for sure, they're going to have the outline online. But, so I'm going to link the description to all those things. I'll holler at y'all later. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm wrapping this video up. I'm out. Peace.